Cleopatra, the name alone conjures images of beauty, power, and intrigue. As the last pharaoh of ancient Egypt, Cleopatra's life story has become a tapestry woven with myth, romance, and drama. But who was she beyond the legends? Join us as we uncover the true story of Cleopatra, a woman whose intelligence and leadership changed the course of history. Forget the stereotypes. This is Cleopatra as you've never seen her before. Cleopatra was born into the Ptolemaic dynasty, a family of Greek origin that ruled Egypt for nearly 300 years. Contrary to popular belief, Cleopatra wasn't just a beautiful queen. She was a highly educated and multilingual ruler, fluent in Egyptian, Greek, and several other languages. From a young age, she immersed herself in the study of politics, philosophy, and science, preparing herself for the role she would eventually assume. At the tender age of 18, Cleopatra faced a challenge that would shape her future: her father's death. Suddenly thrust into power alongside her younger brother, Ptolemy XIII, Cleopatra's political acumen became her greatest weapon. Cleopatra's reign began with turmoil. Soon after taking the throne, her brother's advisors pushed her out of power, forcing her into exile. But Cleopatra wasn't one to be defeated so easily. Her intelligence and tenacity led her to one of the most iconic moments in history: her dramatic entrance rolled up in a carpet to meet Julius Caesar. This bold move wasn't just a romantic gesture, it was a calculated political strategy. Cleopatra convinced Caesar to support her claim to the throne, and with his military backing, she regained her place as Egypt's queen. Cleopatra's alliance with Julius Caesar was more than a mere romance. It was a partnership of political genius. Together, they dreamed of expanding their empires, and Cleopatra even bore Caesar a son, Caesarion. This union made Cleopatra a significant player on the world stage, bridging the power gap between Egypt and Rome. Yet their time together was cut short. After Caesar's assassination in 44 BCE, Cleopatra faced uncertainty once more. With Rome in chaos, she had to protect her son's future and the independence of Egypt. In Mark Antony, Rome's charismatic general, Cleopatra saw another opportunity to secure Egypt's future. Their relationship blossomed, not just as lovers but as political allies. Together, they ruled over vast territories, sharing dreams of a new empire, independent of Rome. Their partnership wasn't without challenges. As Octavian, Caesar's adopted son, grew more powerful, he saw Antony and Cleopatra as threats. In response, Cleopatra and Antony prepared for a final desperate confrontation: the Battle of Actium. The Battle of Actium was a turning point. Facing overwhelming odds, Cleopatra and Antony's forces were defeated, marking the beginning of the end for their dream of an independent empire. As Octavian closed in, Antony, devastated by the defeat, took his own life. Now alone, Cleopatra faced a choice: surrender to Octavian or choose her own fate. In a final act of defiance, she famously took her life, refusing to be paraded as a trophy in Rome. Cleopatra's death marked the end of Egypt's independence, but her legacy lived on. Despite centuries of attempts to reduce her to a mere seductress, Cleopatra was far more: a queen, a diplomat, a mother, and a visionary. She ruled not just with beauty, but with an unmatched intellect and an unyielding spirit. In the end, Cleopatra's life was a story of survival, resilience, and courage. And while history may have tried to erase her complexity, her story endures, reminding us that even in a world dominated by men, Cleopatra stood as a force to be reckoned with. If you enjoyed this journey through Cleopatra's life, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more captivating tales from history.